What we're looking at here is the #1 Hulk player in the world. He mains Vanguard and does play other heroes, but has put most of his time in Hulk. And we're going to take a look at one of his best games recently with Hulk to see exactly how he plays him. So we're going into this game. We've got the tank Nevix on the attacking side. Interestingly, they're going to be pushing out with a pretty normal attack with a Psylocke going in for the flank here. We got Hulk playing the front lines, Iron Man supporting. So we got this Hulk Iron Man Omega combo, which is really, really important. It allows Iron Man to do far more damage. It's 220 DPS instead of the typical 180 from the extra attack, the E. So we've got a Hulk here. Getting at some Hulk v Hulk action. Look at how the Hulk will just constantly be using the leaps. He's actually sneaking into the backline here. He's gonna take... Oh, he's trying to knock down the enemy Iron Man. Didn't manage to do it, but he's still staying in the backline, trying to cause havoc. See what he's doing here. Constantly leaping a mid-air attack there with his little spitball thing. Put his shift on to give his teammates extra defensive power. Backs out. Waits for the health to come in from the healers. Let's see how he plays this now then. Right, they've taken pretty good map control already, pushing back the enemy team. Although they haven't managed to get control of the objective yet. Pushing straight into the front lines to take the support there. That's a very quick pick. He saw the Mantis. Oh, and there's the Iron Man pick as well. Wow. He saw the Mantis, took his opportunity, leaped across the battlefield, took down Mantis, and then threw Iron Man out of the sky. And at this point, it's a pretty easy cleanup to collect the objective there. So Hulk's gameplay really is all about finding those picks with the jump like that, and then knocking down supports and crushing the backline of the enemy team before flying back immediately. Oh, nice little wall hug there. I really like the way that Nevix is focusing the Iron Man too. One of the few characters in the game, especially on the tank side, that can actually deal with flying characters. Putting a lot of attention on the Lunar Snow. Didn't quite manage to get it out there. Managed to get a jump. Magneto comes in with a save with his shield there. So now he can farm damage. One of the good things about a Hulk is that if you do get killed, you're not actually dead. If you can sneak back into the backlines, you can farm damage, and your ultimate will be back very quickly, allowing you to get back into the gameplay. We jumped over the Iron Man. Oh, that was crazy. Like that, he's back in the action, and he has his ultimate as well. So we can now push into the front lines. If his health gets really low, you can then go into ult, like this, and now he's got even more health. So he's got that amazing sustain that I think a lot of other tanks lack. I guess Venom does in a way. Managed to isolate the Iron Man and shut him down, and now he's gone back into normal tank mode. So an okay ult there. He did some pretty good things with it, you know. But you got that initial 800 health, and then it goes to 0. You can pop your ult. You got an extra 1,500 health. And then you go back into normal Hulk again. Really cool. He's doing a real good job here, though, of just shutting down this backline. That is an enemy Psylocke coming in. Magneto managed to save the Hulk there, although maybe it would have been better on a different character. Right, that was really cool. So, Hulk goes into Ultimate, the enemy Hulk, and he uses his E, which is the Exile ability. Now, this will make him untargetable by anyone besides Hulk for a short time, but also it allows it basically freezes you on the spot. And the Hulk ultimate is quite a limited time, so that exile there really shut down the enemy Hulk ult. That was really big. Alright, pushing back a little bit there. The enemy team has managed to get quite a bit of map control back here. He's waiting for some picks potentially. You know, Hulk is more of an off tank. Like, you definitely need like a decent main tank to run Hulk. You know, you've got the Magneto on the team right now. It's really interesting, actually. This loadout is the same across both teams. You got an Iron Man, Hulk, Lunar Snow, Psylocke, Mantis, and Magneto on both teams. Very interesting. Yeah, Hulk wouldn't work without a good tank to like protect the front line, you know? Because he's jumping in and out of the place. He's just going back and forth trying to make any picks he can. Managed to get the enemy Psylocke there. The Hulk is kind of crushing into his teammates. Backline's there, but jump back. He's got his ultimate, so I'm curious what he'll do there. A nice exile on the enemy Iron Man there. Slows him down for a minute. Goes, pushes into the back line to try and focus the supports. Takes a lot of damage from the Iron Man and Mega Ult though. So he has to pop his Monster Hulk ability there. He gets exiled by the enemy Hulk, shutting down his ultimate time as well. So definitely a good Hulk on the enemy team as well. Alright. Gonna try and focus the Iron Man again. Oh, he almost knocked him out of the sky. Not quite. And there is the teammates Lunar Snow ult to help just claim this area. Give them a little bit more breathing room. Pushing the enemy team to that small area. The thing is with Iron Man, right? I just noticed it there. It happens to me all the time when I play Iron Man. Or when I'm playing against him. He's basically silent. Like he literally doesn't have any footsteps because he's floating. And then suddenly you get a mega beamed in the back. It's crazy. Ooh, that was cheeky. He dropped down there and just smacked him in the face. Didn't quite do much though. Alright. Well, he's just got to try and farm damage to get his ult back as quick as possible. He's got his supports to keep him healed up. With this new objective unlocked, it's going to push the enemy team back now. They've got a bit of map control to play with as the enemy team sort of defends that final push. Let's see how he plays this now. Ah, he found an Iron Man. So he exiles him first. That's going to stop him from moving and flying away. And then he can jump onto the Iron Man and combo him to kill him. That's a really good thing. If you can't jump and knock the Iron Man out of the sky, you can always exile them first and then jump and hit them. You know, pretty good. Doing a lot of damage. What I really like about melee tanks is you can just punch through the shields, right? Punch through Doctor Strange's shield, punch through Magneto's shield, which basically bypasses a lot of shielding from tanks. Tries to push into the start line to shut down the Iron Man. Doesn't quite do it, but he's trying, Certainly trying to get an angle on him there. He hears him. Here he goes. Didn't quite do it. Taking a lot of damage from the Mega ult there. But it looks like they've almost pushed away the enemies here. Unless there's an enemy Lunar Snow ult that comes in. They do have it. There it is, yeah. So they'll pop in the ults now. It's going to be a bit of a standstill. But they still have 40 seconds. So he's sort of just holding the front line. And then I imagine he's going to pop his ult right here. Here we go. Now let's see if he can... Oh, he managed to hit the E. The E in the ult is like a giant flame ball. It just goes through multiple targets and does so much damage and has a massive short cooldown, meaning you can just spam it. It is probably one of the most underrated things of the ult. People always go in ult and then sort of just spam the, you know, the ability where you like pick them up and smack them on the ground. But it is the E, which becomes super overpowered. So some pretty good plays there from him. You can see how he's jumping back and forth in the front line to sort of shut down the Iron Man a lot and potentially kill some supports. I really like the way that as a Hulk you can play this far forward, because if things go bad you can just jump back like that, right? So a lot of tanks don't have that sort of presence. Obviously the enemy team's doing quite the same thing with a flank from the Psylocke, and you got the Hulk to kind of support him or support her. It's really interesting because the Hulk can go and flank with you and then jump back to the front line when needed. Let's see what happens here though. We've got the same legend hero selection, so no changes there. What he's trying to do here is basically stop the flankers from pushing too far forward and getting any picks, right? So he's trying to keep the Psylocke at bay, trying to potentially kill them if he has a chance. He keeps picking this angle here because it gives him vision of both points, the main route and also the flank route, right? And he's sort of trying to protect his backline. He's trying to protect his supports by playing this angle. So whilst he's not holding the front line like Magneto is, He's going back and forth, pushing back. Oh, that was a great catch there. Saving the Lunar Snow potentially from a Iron Man out there. Didn't manage to get the kill, but that was a nice catch, I gotta say. Putting pressure on there. Honestly, it's all a little bit chaotic now, but it's really crazy. You gotta feel sorry for whatever support has to heal a tank, though. I would say a Lunar Snow or a Mantis is better, because trying to keep track of a Hulk as he's jumping back and forward is crazy. There he goes. The leaps to try and catch down the players. Goes for the slap. It doesn't hit. Oh, couldn't quite get him out of the sky. It is what it is. I think to me, Hulk is one of the most fun heroes because, well, tank-wise, he just doesn't have a cooldown on his jump, which gives you so much movement to just go back and forward. Probably he didn't hear the Psylocke footsteps there. Interesting. Pushing up quite on the flank now. They only have a few seconds left. I doubt they're going to make a push for it. Unless the Psylocke tries. There's the Hulk. He's putting all of his attention on the Hulk here. The Hulk is the only character that can try to get on the range there. So I got confused. I thought there was 4 seconds left. There's actually 1 minute 20. Right, here we go. There's that E. Super short cooldown. Trying to get the most out of that E attack there. Smashes everything he can. Doesn't quite get a kill. Pushed up pretty far there. But he manages to use his shift, which gives him invulnerability for a short time. Jumps out. Unfortunately, even with the help of the support, though, does get put back into Bruce Banner. And I think that might be his first death. Yes, that is his first death of the game. Which is absolutely, actually crazy to think about. That was very well played. That is not easy as a Hulk. Admittedly, the support did an amazing job keeping him healed up. But that is not easy as a Hulk. Because you have to be constantly jumping back and forth to try and make picks. You know? Hulk's trying to do something. He's going to get caught out here, isn't he? He managed to sneak back. Right, jumping back into the front line. Trying to protect the team. Oh. Whoa. Okay. That was so cool how both Magneto and... Wait, can we... Sorry. Let me just go back a minute. Look at this moment, all right? Look at this moment. I think this is really cool. I know that you guys don't like me pausing too much, but let's just take a look at this guy. Okay? Oh my god, he looks a bit worse for wear. Is he dead already? No. Here we go. So look at this. By the way, that looks so cool in first person. I mean, in close up. Activates the ult. Okay. Look at how the tank, both tanks turn to deal with this. All right. So let's get ready here. He's going to come in. He's going to sneak here. Here he comes. Here he comes. All right, let's put this in slow motion. I think this is really cool. Take a look at this, right? Comes in, activates the ult. The sound cue plays. And then, look, I mean, Magneto's already there. Pops up his ult. But look at this action here as well, right? Look at Hulk. Immediately jumps to try and stop that ult. Both tanks doing their job really well there to completely shut down the fight, which I think was just a really, really awesome thing to see. That's the kind of thing that tanks need to be doing, you know? You got to be healing for your team and stopping those ults. There's so much more to tanking than just standing there in the front line, tanking up damage and just, you know, like, it's probably one of the most complex roles in my opinion. Well, there's only 3 roles, but you know, it's there's a lot of complexity to it. There's a lot you can be doing as a tank. Right, so far so good. I mean, they still got 2 minutes on the clock, so that Psylocke was brave to try and take out the Hulk there. Hulk pushes back to the front line, or, you know, back to his team. Teammate Lunar Snow ult comes down. This is a very claustrophobic point. Iron Man is still causing some carnage with that Omega Beam. But he manages to shut him down. Really, it's really funny how Iron Man and Hulk together make a great combo, but Hulk counters Iron Man. Really, really funny. Taking a lot of damage. I think that invulnerability is so good. The big bubble he's got now, his shift ability, So if you have really low health, you can pop it, and by the time it's disappeared, your healer should hopefully have healed you up. Which is really, really nice. Ah, the Hulk tried to sneak into the... Whoa! Okay, that was very cool as well. I mean, this is a pretty standard strategy here. But I want to just point out how important this is for a Hulk player. So what we're going to do, okay, the ult comes down, right? Look what happens when he activates his shift here, right? Look what happens not only to the Hulk, but also to his teammate. Ready? Bum. The bubble goes on him and nearby teammates, which means this ultimate does absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then, I mean, Hulk is not going to be happy about that. I think that's very, very cool. Very, very cool. Managed to shut down the Bruce Banner there. Ooh. Wow. He managed to still, like, somehow get the Psylocke to lock onto Hulk. Then jumps into the high ground to move Psylocke away from his team. And then he almost dies, so he goes into Monster Hulk. That was a really cool save there. Like, jumping into the Psylocke ult hitbox to be the, like, main target that Psylocke locks onto. I wonder if that must have been intentional. That was really smart. That was a difficult play there because he saw the opportunity to get the Iron Man, but the Iron Man had his bubble up. So I wonder if that was a misplay there. The Iron Man was bubbled by Magneto, so I do wonder if that was a misclick or a misplay. In his head, he probably wanted to take out the Iron Man, but the Magneto bubble made it pretty much impossible. All right, and there it is. I don't know why they didn't touch it there. Interesting. Yeah, some very cool stuff about Hulk. You can see how amazing he is at jumping from the front line to the back line, to hunting flanks, shutting down flanks, knocking Iron Man out of the sky, and some really cool like tech for Hulk. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the comments. Cheerio.